us their best deal. We'll squish it like a bug and beat it like a rented mule. No animals or insects were injured while making this commercial. Price sells cars at Williston Auto and WillistonAuto.com.
G&G Pharmacy, an independently owned retail pharmacy committed to providing you top-notch customer service from a friendly, fast, and knowledgeable staff. Open 7 days a week. G&G Pharmacy offers the convenience of a drive-thru window and a traditional retail store. Melissa and Doug's Way is available at the downtown Service Truck location. And no more wondering when your prescription is ready. Use the mobile app or receive a text message when it's ready from G&G Pharmacy. 572-RXRX. That's 572-7979.
From their humble beginnings in 1910 through 4 generations, family-owned First International Bank and Trust has been delivering on the promise to help dreams come true, one customer at a time. Their style of banking places the focus on you first and your overall experience, keeping your best interests in mind and striving to provide smart financial solutions that improve and simplify your life, letting you get back to what matters most. First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I go back here for get underway for the men's game, the second of 2 games here of these Sunday matinees against Dawson Community College. And before we jump into the men's game, we do have to announce the Williston Auto player of the game for that women's game, and that goes to Allison Coonsey. She had 20 points in the game for the Tetons, 20 points on 8 of 10 shooting and 4 of 4 from the stripe. So a huge game from Coonsey. She is the one-time on-deck conference player of the game, and she has another big game again here next week. She may be the 2-time on-deck conference player of the week, giving her those honors as well with Taylor Moffitt being a multi-time player of the week here for the Tetons. And Tetons have had 3 players of the week coming in for Williston State, and they have had a fantastic season. Now time to jump over to the pregame show for the men's game as the Tetons are taking on the very vaunted offense of this Dawson Community College Buccaneer squad. They are not only very athletic, but they are a long, tall team that is going to give the Tetons all they can handle and then some. Buccaneers coming with a 15-4 overall record, 8-2 in conference play. They, however, have lost their last 2 games. That came against Science and United Tribes, so they're looking for a little bit of retribution here against the Tetons. These 2 teams met earlier in the season here in Williston. It was a 25-point win by the Bucks. They won 100-75 over the Tetons. Looking at some of their statistics to see how they get the job done, they are averaging 89 points per game, shooting an impressive 45% from the field, 34% from beyond the arc, and 67% from the line. Also pulling down 42 rebounds per game and assisting 14 times per game. Defensively, they're allowing 78 points per contest, allowing their opponents to shoot 43% and 34% from deep. Blocking it just under 2.5 times per game, getting 11 steals and assisting 14.5 times. They're a +6 in the rebounding margin. Looking at their individual scores and team leaders here through this junction in the 23-24 campaign. Leading the way in scoring, Ty Buckman at 17.3 points per game, Justin Ossiu with 14.6, and Seth Amenarud with 14.2 points per game. So a 3-headed attack for the Buccaneers, and they'll look to go up against the Tetons who without their starting shooting guard on the court. They'll be without Will Olson, who is still having some lingering effects from some illness, so we hope that Will is back in the pink of health shortly. As we see Will not even dressed out here tonight, he is in his athletic attire, and he'll be cheering on his team from the bench, taking a look over at the Tetons, who come into the game with a 5-13 overall record on the season. Looking at their team statistics, they come in scoring 76 points per game, shooting 44% from the field, 34% from beyond the arc, and 69% from the line, pulling down 38 rebounds and 14 assists per contest. Defensively, they give up 87 points per game. They commit 12 fouls per contest. They have over 2.5 blocks and have 6 steals per game. Also commit just under 17 turnovers per game. Looking at the individual scorers and leaders here for Williston State, they're going to be led in scoring by Rex Sterling. Sterling was stymied the last game for the Tetons against Bismarck State as the Mystics really packed the paint and held Sterling to his lowest point total of the season. Sterling's coming in with an even 20 points per game. Next up is Tyler Best, who's getting 12.6. At 9.6 points per game is Will Olson. Will be without Olson's services here out on the court, so someone will have to step up and pour it in for Williston State. We'll see if it's Brady Feller or Richard Massey who steps up to play that starting shooting guard role for the Tetons. 3 minutes left to go before we get underway. We're going to step aside for a final 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have more Teton basketball right here on 660 Keys News Radio. We're back in 2 minutes.
On Sunday, the NFL team is always playing at Buffalo Wild Wings with 63 HD TVs having the NFL package. Do not miss a minute of action. Enjoy wings, salads, sandwiches, and more as the teams take the field. Come in and fan up while enjoying the variety of beers on tap from kickoff to the final whistle. Located at 417 Rigo Drive in Williston, North Dakota, football lives here. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sport.
American State Bank and Trust Company of Williston is proud to support area student activities. We salute the dedication of all students involved in sports and other extracurricular school activities. Your hard work and dedication shows in the gym, on the field, and in the classroom. ASB has accounts and services to fit a student's busy lifestyle, too. Check them out at asbt.com. Here to make our community better, that's American State Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
Your education should have been putting your life on hold. Wherever you are in life, Williston State College has you covered. With their flexible and convenient associate and associate of applied science programs, you can take classes fully online to meet the needs of your lifestyle. With 13 CTE and 15 academic programs to choose from, our dedicated faculty are here to help you achieve your career goals. Visit wilistonstate.edu/apply or call 701-774-4200 to learn more. Williston State College, where people make the difference.
So you need a new vehicle. You've done your homework, and a new Honda will be perfect. Reliable, fuel-efficient, stylish, perfect. But where do you go? Why not your hometown Honda dealer? Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston. We have a nice selection of affordable new Hondas, and when it comes time for service, Ryan Honda's authorized Honda Service Center will keep your Honda running its best for years. Come see us today. Your full-service hometown Honda dealership, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston, or shop RyanHonda.net.
Teton basketball on 660 Keys News Radio. Tetons getting ready to go for the starting lineups, and just before we got ready to go, we had Rex Sterling. He had to race over to the far corner of the court and making sure he was all right, but he was just picking up a water bottle. The remaining half minute is going to tick away on the clock, and it will be the starting lineups for both the Buccaneers and the Tetons. It is the afternoon for the Missouri Ridge Hawks to be in attendance here for the Tetons to cheer them on. And also the corporate sponsor here today for the Tetons is Dakota Supply Group. Final seconds ticking away as Coach Joe Peterson's Buccaneers will be announced first. And they have a very tough lineup for these Tetons to get up and down with Justin Aussie, who was the Teton killer last time these two teams came up to bat. He'll be the starting five here for the Buccaneers. We'll have to see who else will join him out along the court. Take a look at that box score real quick before we get underway. It was Ty Buckman came in with 22 points in the game. Aussie also had 22. Starting lineups. Number 1, Ty Buckman, 6'3", sophomore guard from Woodlands, Texas. Next out, number 10, Levi O'Brien, a 6'5", freshman guard from Littleton, Colorado. Number 12, Seth Almonroe, 6'3", freshman guard from Bozeman, Montana. Number 44, Ronald Ogukwe, a 6'7", sophomore forward from Galway, Ireland. And number 50, a 6'6", freshman forward from Melbourne, Australia, Justin Ossie. Ossie is a big-bodied forward, and he is deceptively athletic and smooth out on the court. Starting lineups for Williston State and the Tetons. Getting the nod as the Tetons shake things up. Number 15, Makai Marks, a 6'3", freshman forward from Omaha, Nebraska. Next out for the Tetons is a 6'6", freshman guard from Melbourne, Australia, number 20, Tyler Best. Then Yambi, a 6'2", freshman guard from Stockholm, Sweden, wearing number 23. Brady Feller does get the start, a 6'1", freshman guard from Minot, North Dakota. And Rex Sterling, the big man in the middle, a 6'8", freshman forward from Melbourne, Australia, wearing number 25. Tetons are coached by Alex Herman and assisted by Apollo Beck. The Tetons giving Yambi the nod to start, getting his first start here in Williston on the season. Let's see what the Tetons can do up against this very good Buccaneers team. Coach Herman giving his guys a last-second talk-up before we get underway for the second of 2 games here this afternoon. And Tetons looking to give the State some full-court press coming for the Bucks. 28 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound pass goes to Feller. He'll get a board pass over to Sterling. Sterling gets down underneath, and he's going to be blocked from behind by Ogukwe. Ogukwe gets it up to Almonroe. Gets on top of the perimeter to O'Brien, back to Almonroe for 3, and Almonroe knocks it down. And the Tetons are going to call a short timeout as they allow 2 3-pointers to start things off. 34 seconds have elapsed, and the Tetons call their first timeout of the half. It's a short one. We'll take a short one as well. Back in 30 seconds.
When you're looking for a new or a different home, seek the counsel of the professionals at Mason Brokers. Mason Brokers has offices in Plentywood, Montana, Watford City, and Williston. The realtors at Mason Brokers know the market and will help you find a home that fits your requirements and budget. They're happy to answer all your questions about the area. The real estate office you want to know is Mason Brokers in Watford City, Plentywood, and Williston. Find them online at masonbrokers.com.
Tetons get a turnover again on the footwork press. He gets it up on top to Buckman for another dribble. This time it's off the mark. Rebounded by Makai Marks, and the Tetons look to get their first offensive set of the game in. Feller up on top to Yambi. Yambi calling out the first play for Williston State. He'll work his way through it by Sterling up on top. Sterling gets it over to Best. Best gets a high screen from Sterling into the paint. Gonna kick it out into the corner. Official wanted to call a foul either way. No, nothing there, and it'll be a foul and one. Brady Feller knocks down the mid-range jumper. He's gotten so comfortable hitting a nice little fadeaway inside the paint as the Tetons still looking to get things all sorted out. That one's going to go on Ty Buckman. It's his first personal, first team. As the Buccaneers get an assist from one of the baseball players in attendance in the stand, hands him a towel. As it'll be Feller at the stripe for his one and only shot, trying to complete the 3-point play, and that one is up and good for Feller. Feller with 3 points, all 3 points for the Tetons, 6-3, Dawson lead. Back of the court comes Almonroe, over to Buckman on the far wing extended, being guarded by Yambi. Tetons in man-to-man here so far. They get to the high post, still working man-to-man. Ogukwe on the low post extended. This will be a steal by Marks. He gets it off to Best for pushing up the court. Tetons get the takeaway. Best being guarded by Ogukwe the whole way up the court. He hands it off to Feller on top of the perimeter. Backdoor, nothing there for Yambi. He finds Marks up on top. Marks crosses over. He gets in the paint. He's going to be stripped. It's going to be poked over to Ogukwe. Pushes up to O'Brien. O'Brien gets it off to Buckman. Wants it in traffic. Back to O'Brien for 3 off the mark, no good. Long rebound is going to be touched out of bounds by the Tetons. Gives it back to Williston State with 18-10 left to go on the American State Bank scoreboard. Both teams looking to feel each other out. Buccaneers looking for a barrage of 3 here early in the game. They've taken 4 3-pointers so far. They've made a couple of them. Long pass up on top to Ossie. Swings it over to Almonroe. Almond waiting for Buckman to come get the ball on the far wing. Setting up the half-court look. Aussie down along the baseline. A big man so crafty down underneath. He'll go one-on-one with Sterling. Tetons back into man-to-man defense, and the man-to-man defense forces an Eric Buckman pass. Sends it out of bounds, and the Tetons force another turnover. Second on the Buccaneers. More full-court press coming. Best will get it into Yambi. Pass it now to Feller, working his way up the court. Behind his back pass to Yambi, over to Sterling. Looking, back to Yambi, near the timeline. 17:45 to go. Feller in the corner. Feller catch and shoot from the wing. Brady Feller knocks down a triple. He has all 6 of the Teton points, and Feller's going to get the steal. Hits an official. He'll go through, and he'll be fouled on the way up. So Brady Feller going back to the line. Has a chance to make it 8 points for him personally here to start things off for the Tetons. And he took a big bump from that one. That foul's going to go on Ogukwe. Grady Gonzarowski said to come into the game for Williston State. Feller at the line for his first. That one soft out the front of the rim, no good. He took a good shot, and Gonzarowski will be coming in for Feller, maybe to make sure he gets a chance to shake off some confidence after taking that bump. Second free throw up and good. Feller now has all 7 of the Teton points, and Williston State has a 1-point advantage. 7-6 here. 17:43 left to go in the first. Inbound pass goes to Buckman, over to Amanu. He'll work his way up the court, back to Buckman across the timeline, under 17 and a half. Buckman calling out for a high screen, just about another steal by the Tetons. They got away with the push off from O'Brien up on top to Buckman. He gets it over to Kukwe on the low post. Jump pass over to Aussie in the paint. Little second double clutch there in the paint, no good. Mars comes down to the board. He gets the ball back from Yambi up to Best. Best weaving his way. He'll pull back up on top. Hands it to Yambi. Set up the half court. Yambi drive, backing the Best. Over to Gonzarowski. Grady driving. Gets a step, puts it up, and in it goes. Grady Gonzarowski with a nice little nifty move to get to the hole. And the Tetons find themselves up by 3, 9-6. Back come the Buccaneers. Buckman up on top, calling for a high screen from Okukwe. Nothing there. He's holding on to it. Inga set to check in on the next stop. Into the corner. O'Brien for 3. That one off the mark, no good. Amundsen's going to be last touched by Sterling, and he'll stay with the Buccaneers. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Yambi will check out of the game. Coming in is Tyson Ingot, and inadvertent scoreboard buzzer there, and as Massey not quite to the scores table before he was allowed into the game, and that will allow him in. So Richard Massey coming in for Mackay Marks. Tetons subbing fast and frequently here with 16:35 left to go in the first half. Aussie gets it up on top. A big mismatch with Aussie and Ingot. He's going to drive, step back, crossover, spin move in the paint. Looks to get it underneath, and it's going to be out of bounds as the Teton defense forces another turnover. They've been switching up a little more man than they usually do, and here comes some more full court press. Tyler Best is going to get it in. He gets it into Ingot. Bounce pass over to Gonzarowski. He'll push it up the court. He'll cross over, just about cleared away. Ingot gets the ball back to Gonzarowski. Gonzarowski gets it, has to flip it up, and it's going to be lost out of bounds by Gonzarowski and the Tetons. They had Massey down along the baseline, but couldn't quite find him through all of the traffic. Gives the ball back to Dawson. Here's 16:15 left to go. We're all set. Inbound play going to go to Amaru. Gets up to Buckman. He'll cross the timeline. Buckman crosses over, picks up an Aussie screen. Another screen from Ogukwe, and there's going to be a foul on Massey. We'll send Ogukwe to the line for a pair of shots. Massey picks up his first personal. First team foul. 16:06 left to go in the first. Ranil Ogukwe, chance to chip away at this 3-point Teton lead, and the Bucks now bringing in a couple more guards here with this after this first free throw from Ogukwe, who misses his first one. So out of the game for the Bucks will be going Buckman as well as O'Brien. Coming in will be Kindle, and joining him in there will be Jordan Jasper. Aussie also checking out, and checking in for him will be Nika. So a very deep Buccaneer team, matching sub for sub with the Tetons, and Okukwe gets the high bounce off the back of the iron, but it drops in there. He goes 1 for 2. Long pass over to Massey, gets it across the timeline, weaves through traffic, finds Inget at the top of the perimeter. Over to Gontarowski, big pump fake, gets Nika up in the air. Over to Inget, corner 3 on the way, off the mark, no good, tipped out by Sterling. Massey, back up to Gontarowski, big pump fake, over to Massey, he's cut off. Best, corner 3 the other way, in and out. Massey's going to tip it, and there's going to be a foul call. It's going to be on Massey. So Tetons pick up their second team foul, and Massey will quickly pick up his second personal. So Freedom Leon will be coming in for Tyler Best. And Richard Massey will have to be careful here. With still 15:40 left to go in the first, playing with 2 fouls. Jasper's going to get it over to Amador. Brings it to the top of the perimeter. He'll take over primary point guard responsibilities. Over to Kindle on the far wing. High post to Amador. Being one-on-one with Sterling. Back him down in the post. Nothing happening. Out to Nico looking to drive. He's cut off by Gontarowski. In the paint, they're going to get it underneath. Flip shot could be up. No good. Offensive rebound. Over. And that's no good by Ogukwe. Pulled down by Sterling. Inget slows it down. Gets it to Sterling, now to Leon. Gontarowski working his way around on top of the perimeter. Finds Sterling on the low post. Works it. Takes it up and under. Around Nico and puts it up and in. Sterling with his first points of the game. Tetons up by 4, 11-7. Tetons get another steal back the other way, and it's going to be off of the hands of Dimitri Kindle and out of bounds. Yambi and Marks are in the game for Gontarowski as well as Massey. So Inget and Yambi playing together. We heard from Coach Herman before the game that there would be a common scenario here as with Will Olsen out. Freedom Leon gets through over the corner to Mackay. Marks for 3 from the wing off the mark. Leon's going to have it tipped away by Ogukwe. Leon hits the deck and his teammates scramble to go and help him up. The Tetons will retain possession. They'll get a fresh 20 on the shot clock. 14:42 left to go in the first. This one's going to be a dogfight the whole way through. If the Tetons can keep the defensive and offensive intensity up. Long pass goes to Inget up on top. Swings it to Marks. He'll find Yambi on the far wing. Picks a high screen from Sterling. Nothing there. Into the corner to Leon. Leon behind his back dribble. Gets along the baseline. Flips it off to Inget. Extra pass to Yambi from 3 from the near wing. Off the mark. Marks is going to tip it up. Save it from going out of bounds. But Ogukwe will catch it. Long pass over to Almonroyd. Almonroyd crosses over. It'll be Nika has it tipped away by Marks, but he's going to be trapped underneath the basket. Long pass over on the wing to Kindle. He'll pull it back and set up the half-court set by the Buccaneers. Nika fighting along with Marks up on top. It'll go to Almonroyd. High screen coming. Almonroyd uses it. He's going to curl, be cut off by Marks up on top. Okukwe on the low post along with Sterling. Good ball blocked by Sterling. And a big block out of bounds by Rex Sterling. Inget's going to check out of the game. Brady Feller's coming back in. Feller has 7 points. And there's going to be immediate timeout on the court under 14 minutes. 13:58 left to go. Tetons holding on to a 4-point, 11-7 lead. We're back in 1 minute.
Coke Zero Sugar tastes so good, people will take a taste any way they can. You never know when your best friend will lunge across the table and grab for it. A stranger could suddenly smoke it, or your little brother might just ask for 1 too many sips. So no matter what you're doing or who you're with, while you're enjoying a Coke Zero Sugar, be ready to protect it at all times, because 1 sip begs the question, is this the best Coke ever? Take a taste and see.
McDonald's of Williston is proud to support all the Williston State Teton athletic teams and would like to wish them success this season. McDonald's would like to thank the community of Williston and the surrounding area for your patronage over the years. Hey, the next time you're in town, stop by McDonald's for a great meal or a quick snack. McDonald's of Williston. Breakfast, lunch, or dessert, come on into McDonald's of Williston. Proud to be a part of Teton athletics and proud to be part of the Williston community.
Radio Teton holding on to a 4-point lead, 11-7 here with 13:58 left to go in half number 1. Some more subs coming into the game for these Buccaneers. Out in there, number 22, Curl Mahler. Also Ty Buckman back in. Inbound play coming forward. Bucks entering their own basket. It's going to be tipped by Leon. Mahler gets on the low post. He's going to get through, and he gets tangled up with Leon. So a little bit of a What can you do? Foul called on the Tetons. They'll put a 20 back on the shot clock for the Buccaneers. They'll inbound it from the other side, the far side of the basket. They get into Mahler, a little long two-point shot up, no good. No one comes down with it. Mahler picks it back up and puts it in from 4 feet out. Feller gets the ball. He bats it over to Yambi. Yambi races up the court. He finds Leon on the timeline. Leon drives out to Feller on the far wing. Underneath to Sterling. Sterling working on Mahler. Puts it up 2-point. Shot up and in from point-blank range for Rex Sterling. Increases the lead back out to 4, 13-9. 13 and a half. Here comes Buckman across the timeline. Picked up again by Yambi. High post to Nico. Looking underneath. Good defense by Leon. Kicks it back out to Kindle. Working his way around. Kindle's going to get to the hoop. Lays it up and in. Too easy for the Buccaneers. 2 more points in. Makes it down to 2 points. Yambi has it over to Feller. He'll push it up the court. Slow things down. Back to Yambi's going to have to race it across the timeline. Marks underneath to Leon. Leon tries to force it underneath to Sterling's going to be scrambled for it on the ground. No ball movement. And finally Sterling's going to come away with it. Try to get it off to Feller. And there's going to be a foul on the ground called on Buckman. So how there was no jump ball call before Buckman picks up the foul is anyone's guess. So that'll be Buckman with the foul. And coming back into game for Williston State will be Tyler Best. Best will be coming in for Freedom Leon. That's the second personal foul on Buckman, so he'll have to be careful here. Remaining 2:56. Inbound pass goes to Sterling. He gets it on the post extended. Out to Feller. Thought about the shot. He'll take a bump, and he's going to be whistled for the travel. As Coach Herndon kind of with a quizzical look on his face as Feller may have gotten a shot in the upper abdomen back in the Tetons. Feller will have to battle through it. Mahler gets it underneath, and he's going to be fouled down low by the bailout as Feller still doubled over after that shot in the lower abdomen. He'll check out of the game. Gonzarowski's going to come in. So Feller will have to pack his lunch pail throughout the rest of this one. So has 7 of the 13 points for the Tetons here throughout the first half in a 2-point game. Inbound play coming for the Buccaneers from their own baseline. Looking to get it over to Mahler. Loses the handle. Gonzarowski comes away with it. A 3-on-2 break. Grady going to take it underneath, and he'll be blocked underneath by Buckman. Sterling's going to be stripped, but you're going to call a jump ball. Alternating arrow will keep it with the Tetons. Coach Herman calling out the play for his guys as they huddle up in the paint. That'll be Ben Yambi set to trigger. They're going to set 24 seconds on the shot clock. Yambi calling for action. Tetons pack it in the paint. No one coming open. Finally, Gonzarowski way up on top at the logo. He'll dribble. Looks to go against Jasper. He's going to pick it up over to Marks on the far wing. Marks. Bounce pass over to Best. Looking to find Sterling. Nothing there. Grady from the wing. He's going to take a bump. Get it off to Best. Best step back up to Grady. Grady's going to drive. He'll have it blocked away from him. Down on the ground. Tries to get it off. Finally finds Best. Best puts it up. Hits the glass. No good. Marks with the rebound. Power dribble. He'll throw it up, and that's going to be a foul on the Buccaneers. That one may go against Mahler, but that'll send Mackay Marks to the strike for a pair. Here with 12 left to go in the first half. So very physical, hard-fought game on both sides. Coach Herman looking for couple of free throws here from freshman from Omaha, Mackay Marks, to knock a couple down, extend the lead back out to 4. Mackay's first one rolls off the front of the rim, no good. He'll have one more. Ian Johnson coming into the game now, and he'll hold off at the scores table. He'll be in for Marks after the made free throw or the stop, whichever comes first. So Ossie will be checking into the game for the Buccaneers. He's going to come in for Alexis Nika. At the line for his second of 2 is Mackay Marks. Next one on the way. Marks makes it 1 for 2 from the stripe. He'll check out of the game with Ian Johnson coming in. So the Tetons have already went 10 deep from their bench, as have the Bucks. The Bucks have went 9 deep. Back up comes the Buccaneers. Having it along is Jasper, works his way to the top of the perimeter. Tetons now into their 2-3 zone. Buckman has it. Gets it over to Kindle on the high post, and pulls it back out to the perimeter. Now finds Jasper. Looking for anyone. Finds Osby on the high wing. Step back. Flips through. Pushes it up. No good. Gets his own rebound. That's no good. Tips it up again. No good. And finally is going to hook it up. That's no no good. Johnson going to come away with the rebound. He's going to get it off to Best. Best pushes it up to Yambi. Yambi weaving his way through. Gonczarowski from the wing looking to drive baseline, and he's going to be fouled by Kerr-Mahler. That'll be the 15th foul on the Buccaneers, as Inget will come in for Williston State. Tyson coming in for Grady Gonczarowski, and the Bucks are going to bring out of the game Kendall Buckman, as well as the third one exited. Also Jasper going out. Ogukwe coming in. O'Brien coming in, as well as Ammonrood. Tetons inbound the ball. Inget gets it off to Johnson. In the corner for Best. Catch and shoot over Ogukwe. Just off the mark. No good. O'Brien comes down to the board. Gets it off to Ammonrood. Races up the court. We're going to cross over on Inget. Out it's going to go to O'Brien. Will be stopped on the wing. Ogukwe on the high post. Looking for Aussie. Nothing there. Here comes a drive. Jump stop. Up. Nothing. The other player in there. Tipped away from the defender. And it's going to be a loose ball. Calling for a timeout are the Tetons. Tyler Best gets the timeout called. And that'll be a short timeout for the Tetons. 3-point lead, 11-10 left to go in the game. We'll take a short timeout as well. Back in 30 seconds.
One of their choices for a financial institution, really the best, is the West. Western Cooperative Credit Union is money done in Western way. WCCD provides you with good old-fashioned Western hospitality. Every time you walk through our door, we treat you like neighbors ought to treat each other. Because that's just who we are, neighbors. So head with us. We know you're here when you see the Dawson on our side. Join the herd at Western Cooperative Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Right there back here for Teton basketball. 11 minutes to go in the first half on the American team. They scoreboard. Tetons have a 14-11 lead. And Yambi bringing up the court. He's going to have it tipped away from him. Tyson Inget gets back to Yambi. Long pass over to Ian Johnson. Gets in the bottom of Aussie. No good. Gets his own rebound. Back out to Inget. Over to Yambi. Back to Inget. He's going to drive. Gets a bump over to Johnson. Big pump fake for Johnson to Yambi. Looks to penetrate. Kicks it back out to Johnson. Doesn't take it. He gets to the elbow. We're running floater up and good for Ian Johnson. His first bucket of the game. The Tetons extend their lead to 5. Their largest lead of the game. Seth Ammonrood brings it back up across the timeline for Dawson. Calling out O'Brien to move around. Also Massaquoi. Looking for O'Brien up on top. Inget just about had a steal there against Massaquoi. Ammonrood has it. He's cut off on top. He'll find O'Brien on the far wing. Looking to drive on Johnson. He gets down underneath. There's Sterling there to help him. Loose ball. Yambi comes away with it. It's going to be a 3-on-1 break. Bounce pass under Inget. Inget puts it up and in. Tyson Inget with the layup. And the Tetons are up 7 now, 18-11. Back up comes the Buccaneers. Ammonrood working his way. He's at the logo. Calling out a high screen from O'Brien. Inget works his way around it. We'll get skip pass to Massaquoi. Just along the paint, cut off. Ammonrood gets it on the baseline. Looking for Aussie. Bounce pass underneath. Looking it back down on Johnson. Kicks it back out. Three-pointer from Ammonrood. That's good. Seth Ammonrood breaks the scoreless streak for the Bucks. Brings it back to down a 4-point game. Tyson Inget working on Massaquoi up the court. He'll reverse. Forces it through over to Yambi. Gets across the timeline just in time. Yambi drives, and he's going to be an offensive foul called on Ammonrood. That'll put Ben Yambi to the stripe. Coach Herman saying, hey, he was up in the air going for the layup. So I'll put Ben Yambi at the line for a pair of shots. And they're saying an inbound pass as he was up in the air going for a floater. As Yambi was already trying to lay the ball up, and they're going to call it a foul on the ground. Absolutely ridiculous call. Not giving shots for Ben Yambi. Ian Johnson checking out of the game. Coming back in is Richard Massey playing with 2 fouls here with 9:30 left to go in the first. Tyler Best has it on the perimeter, looking to drive on Ogukwe. He's going to be cut off. Up on top to Yambi, calling for a high screen from Sterling. Here comes on O'Brien. Skip pass to Massey in the corner, three-pointer, and that's going to be off the front. No good. Offensive rebound by the Tetons. Yambi, long three-pointer from the far wing. Got it to go. Then Yambi, a big three-pointer answered back to 3 from Ammonrood as the Tetons are up 21-14. 9 minutes left to go in the first half. Massaquoi on the point. Picks a screen from Ammonrood. Nothing there to work with. Back to Ammonrood on the point. He's going to back to Mazzaclaw on the near wing. Looking down low for Ossie. Nothing there. Good defense. O'Brien gets it in the paint. Working on Best. Turnaround floater up. No good. Ogukwe with the rebound. He's going to put it up and in. Renew Ogukwe with the nice two-point shot to bring it back to a 5-point game. More full court press. Yambi working his way. Spin move. Jump pass underneath to Massey. Kicks it back out to Inget. Inget's going to get it underneath to Sterling. High off the glass. Up and in. Two more for Rex Sterling. What a time from Tyson Inget. 23-16. Under 8.5 left to go. Almenwood over to Mazzaclaw. Tetons doing a good job defensively here so far throughout the first 12 minutes of this first half. Almenwood slowing things down. High screen from Ossie. Nothing there. He's going to get a slip through. He'll lose a handle. And he's going to force it underneath to Ogukwe. Kicks it behind his back off of the tip. They'll have to dribble it back out. Looking for some help. Over to Almenwood. Almenwood driving baseline against Sterling. Out to Mazzaclaw. And that'll be up no good. And they're going to say a shot clock violation. Ossie caught and put it back up and in. It went in. But he caught it after the shot clock buzzer expired. Tyson Inget checking out of the game. Brady Feller coming back in. More full court press coming for the Buccaneers. Long pass over to Rex Sterling. Catches it on the ground. He'll cross over. Get it across to Brady Feller. Who'll slow things down to half court set. Feller working on Almenwood. Drives. Hands it off to Massey. Works his way back up on top. Now to Yambi on the near wing. Yambi picks up a screen from Massey. In the corner to Feller. Three-pointer from Brady Feller off the mark. Best with the rebound. Puts it up and he'll be fouled by Ogukwe on the way back up. That'll put Tyler Best to the line for a pair. And Best looks like he may have gotten a big shot on that one. A little incidental contact from Ogukwe. A couple of Tetons, a couple of Buccaneers set to come in after this first free throw. So it'll be Tyler Best at the stripe for a pair with 7:34 left to go. Best at the line for his first of two. That one rolls off the front of the rim, no good. And for the Bucks, it will be Mazzaclaw, Almenwood, and O'Brien checking out. Back into the game is Buckman, Jasper, as well as Kindle. The Tetons bring out Rex Sterling. They bring in Freedom Leon to play the backup 5 position. And Best knocks his second of 2 down from the line. Ian Johnson will check back into the game for Williston State. So Tetons lead is back up to 6 points, 24-16. Jordan Jasper will have it working his way. He'll hand it off to Buckman. High post to Ossie. Swinging around. Looking for Ogukwe. Low post. Here comes a slip through. It's going to be open. Jasper, he gives it up. He'll get through. Little second effort. Up no good. Tipped away by Leon. It's going to be back to the Tetons. So the Tetons are forcing some bad shots by the Buccaneers, and they're able to hold on to the 6-point lead. We're over the halfway mark of this first half. Little stop in action as we wait for Ogukwe to tuck his jersey back in. More full court press coming into the corner for Feller. Long bounce pass over to Yambi. He'll push the long pass up in the middle. One-touch pass from Johnson to Massey. Puts it up. That's going to be no good. Rebound's going to go down to the Buccaneers. Well, that would have been a highlight reel play for both players in order to win. An up and under. What a play by Kindle as he avoided contact through 3 Tetons to get the bucket to go in. 24-18, 6-point game. And now Kindle's going to pick the pocket of Yambi, and that'll be 2 more points for Dimitri Kindle. 4-point game, 24-20. Yambi has the ball again. Work his way on Kindle. Over to Feller. Up to Johnson. Johnson will bring it across the timeline. He's going to push it over to Leon on the low post. Loses his footing. Back up on top to Yambi over Massey on the far wing. Back up on top to Yambi. 3 Tetons set to come back in. Skip pass over to Feller. Feller looking to drive baseline. Cut off. Fadeaway jumper. Brady Feller misses the mid-range jumper from the baseline. Back come the Buccaneers. Jasper has it. Gets it in the paint. Second effort. No good. Tipped up. Pulled away by Leon. Tetons take over. 6-12 left to go in the first. Johnson has the ball. He'll push it back as the Buccaneers bail off on the half-court defense. Johnson long pass over to Feller. Looking for an option. Bounce pass to Leon on top of the perimeter. Looking to drive. Gets underneath. Loses the handle up on top to Massey. In motion. 3-pointer off the mark. Leon with the rebound. Over to Feller. He gets in the paint. 2 more for Brady Feller. He's having the game of his year so far. 26-20. Tetons back up by 6 points. 2 Bucks and 3 Tetons set to check in on the next stop. Buckman driving into the corner. Will go to Jasper. Cut off by Massey. It's going to be stolen away by by Yami, one-on-one with Kendall, and he's going to stop with hesitation, pull up for a 4-foot floater, up and in by Ben Yami. Tetons going on a run, up by 8 points. 5:24 left to go, 28-20 on the American State Bank scoreboard. Jasper has it on the far wing, an Aussie screen. He'll drive, he'll float, flip it up, no good. Rebound by Aussie, can't handle onto it. Yami gets it on the ground, through the legs of Johnson, over to Leon. He'll push it up the court. Tetons take control. Leon working to work his way through, finds Yami. Gets across the timeline with a second left to go. Long bounce pass to Leon, in the corner to Johnson. Back to Feller, swings through. Feller takes range, on and out, no good. Pulled down by Jasper and the Bucks. Back come the Buccaneers, trying to weave his way through, out to Buckman, answering back with a three-pointer. Ty Buckman has hit his second long ball, close it down to 5 points. Yami back to Johnson in the middle of the court. We'll get it back to Feller, who will lock it up, being guarded by Aussie. You'd think it'd be a mismatch with how much more quicker Feller is, but Aussie is a tenacious defender on anywhere on the court. Yami calling for a high screen from Freedom Leon. Yami slow playing it out to Massey, takes a dribble up to Yami. He's going to take off, takes a bump, and that one is going to be a foul on the court called on Jordan Jasper. That'll send Ben Yami to the stripe for a 1-and-1, and we have a media timeout on the court with 4:18 left to go. Tetons up by 5, 28-23 with a chance to extend. I don't know who's going to be on or off the court, as there's a trio of players on each team will be coming in. We'll be back for more Teton basketball in 1 minute.
From their humble beginnings in 1910 through 4 generations, family-owned First International Bank and Trust has been delivering on the promise to help dreams come true, one customer at a time. Their style of banking places the focus on you first and your overall experience, keeping your best interests in mind and striving to provide smart financial solutions that improve and simplify your life, letting you get back to what matters most. First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You don't have to drive hundreds of miles to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Price, sells, cars, and Williston Auto. We're in the business of beating the deal from any dealer. Go ahead, shop around from Bismarck to Billings. Then bring us their best deal. We'll squish you like a bug and beat it like a rented mule. No animals or insects were injured while making this commercial. Price, sells, cars, at Williston Auto at WillistonAuto.com. See dealer for today.
Top basketball on 60 Keys News Radio. Tetons up by 5 with Ben Yami at the stripe for a pair. It'll be Tyson Inget will be coming in for Yambi after the next break, but right now it is Yambi, Sterling, Marks, Feller, and Leon into the game for the Tetons. In for the Bucks, it is Nika, Amenrod, Kern Mahler, Ty Buckman, as the first one's going to be up no good, tipped out of bounds, saved from going out of bounds by Leon. He throws it off the leg of Dimitri Kendall. And that will be another inbound pass coming for the Tetons, as now Yambi comes out of the game as Inget will come in. So now the officials conferring with the scores table. Looks like we're all set to go here. The Tetons regain possession after the Freedom Leon tip away from the entry pass. They get it up on top to Leon. They'll put it on the deck, guarded by Kimball. He has a pocket pick. Here comes the Bucks the other way. 3-on-2 break underneath the Buckman, and he's going to go up and over Tyson Inget, and Inget's going to be called for the foul. So Buckman makes the bucket, and he'll go to line to shoot one. If he can complete the three-point play, that will be a two-point game, currently sitting at 28-25 after the made basket. Buckman playing with 2 fouls. The Tetons with the giveaway, and the Buccaneers took advantage. Dawson looking to close the gap here. The final 4:07 left to go before half. 28-25 on the American State Bank scoreboard. Ty Buckman's one shot at the line is up and good, and that makes it a 2-point game. Inget puts it on the deck. Bounce pass over to Feller. He'll slow things down. Back to Inget. Works his way up the court. Feller gets it to Marks. Marks is going to lose it out of bounds. Tetons had a couple of open options to get it across the timeline. They give it away again, and there's going to be a timeout called by Williston, or stoppage on the court. Not sure what the stoppage on the court is for. Looks like it's another shot clock issue that they do have remedied now. They put 30 seconds up on it. 3:55 left to go. Tetons, who were up at a couple times 8 points, now to a precarious 2-point lead. Nika swings it over to Amadou. Works his way back up on top. Back to Nika. Thought about a three-pointer. Didn't take it. Driving on Inget. Feller just about with a steal to Amadou. He's cut off. Buckman for the three for the lead. Knocks it down. Ty Buckman with his third triple of the game. Makes it 29-28. Inbound pass goes to Inget. Feller up to Marks. Gets it across to Leon. Back to Inget across the timeline. Finally for the Tetons. Weaves his way. Backdoor cut by Makai. Marks lays it up and in. Brings the Tetons back up by one. Long pass out to Nika. He's going to be blocked from behind. They're going to call a foul. That one will go on Marks, so that'll send Alexis Nika to the stripe for a couple of free throws. We'll see which Teton that goes on. That's the 16th foul. That will go on Marks, just his first, with Tyler Best to come in after the first free throw. Nika from the line, his first, no good. Best coming into the game. He'll come in for Freedom Leon. As Nika's at the stripe for his second of two, chance to tie it back up at 30. Here's the next one on the way. That one is up and good. Alexis Nika, 1 for 2 from the stripe. More full court press. Best gets it in the middle of the court. Works his way through. Pass it back to Feller. Marks it across the timeline. 3 1/4 left to go in the first half. Feller hands it off to Best. Up on top. Marks, backdoor cut. Nothing there. Over to Inget. Hands it back off to Best. Corner three. Off the back of the iron. No good. Tetons just can't find the range here throughout this first half. Kendall with the Euro step gets through. Gets away. It's underneath the Muller. Got away from the travel. And the Tetons steal it away. Tyler Best got out of the passing lane to take it. He gets it to Feller, who crosses the timeline. Under 3 minutes left to go. Feller works his way around. Hands it to Tyler Best. Guarded by Nika. Looking for Sterling. Nothing there. Marks back up on top. Now they find Sterling. Sterling working his way through. Loses the handle on it. Over to Best. Gives it to Inget. Back up on top to Best to Feller. Feller feeling from 3. Got it to go. Brady Feller. What a half he is having. The Tetons back up by 3 points. 2:22 left to go in the half. Buckman calling for a clear out. Ogukwe and Ossie set to come back in on the next stop for the Buccaneers. Amadou on the near wing. Looking for someone to get it off to. Buckman back up on top. He'll work his way around. Guarded by Feller. Nika on the high post. Being hounded by Sterling. Over to Kendall. Kendall up on the elbow. Back to Nika looking for the baseline drive. And there's going to be an offensive foul called on Nika. Gave a little full-on push-off against Best, and now Feller will come back out of the game. Benyambi coming in, and it'll be Mahler and Nika going out. Ossie and Ogukwe coming in. Tetons up by 3, 33-30, 1:58 left to go. 2-minute warning here in the first half in Williston. Long pass is going to go through Best. It's going to end up with a 3-on-2 break. Marks loses the ball underneath to Sterling, puts it up and off the front of the rim, but Rex Sterling will go back to the line for a pair. That'll be on Raniel Ogukwe. Picks up another foul. That'll be the 10th team foul. So the remaining 1:49 left to go. Tetons will be shooting into the double bonus. Ogukwe picks up his second personal as Sterling's at the stripe for a couple. First one on the way, up and good by the big 6'8" freshman from Australia. He'll have one more coming from the stripe. Rex at the line with 1:49 left to go, looking to extend it back out to a 5-point lead. Here comes the second of two. That one will rattle home in there for Rex. Will make it 35-30. Buckman bring it back up the court for Dawson. Long pass over to Ozzie on top. Here comes Kindle. Drives back to Ozzie. He's going to lose it. Best comes away with it. Working his way through traffic. Gets it into Marks. Marks drives through. Layup is going to be up and in. Mackay Marks with the train through the lane to put it up and in. 7-point lead for the Tetons. 37-31, 25 left to go. Amador picks up a screen from Ozzie. He'll get to the free throw line. Be cut off over to Buckman. Another three on the way. Ty Buckman hits his fourth of the half. Does it do a 4-point game? Ingrid over to Yambi. Yambi calling for a clear out. He'll push through himself. He gets a step. He's going to go up and high off the glass. No good. Sterling is going to be fouled as he's grabbing the rebound. That'll put Rex Sterling back at the line. If that's on Ogukwe, it's his third. And it will be on Renil Ogukwe picking up his third foul with 1:02 left to go, sending Rex Sterling back to the stripe. Currently a 4-point Teton lead, can stretch it out to 6. Those Ty Buckman three-pointers have kept Dawson within striking range here against Williston State in that first half. American State Bank scoreboard reads 1:02 left to go. Massaquoi set to come in after this first free throw as Sterling misses his first free throw of the game. So Massaquoi coming in for Ogukwe, leaving only Ozzie, the only true post presence down underneath for Dawson. That does match up better for Williston State. Sterling at the line for his second of 2. Up, and that one drops in there. So out to a 5-point game, 38-33. Up comes Massaquoi. Across the timeline, be picked up by Ingrid. Ozzie gets it up on top. Over goes to Kindle. He'll get into the paint. Goes a little floater off the mark, no good. Tipped up by Ozzie. Puts it back up and in. And the big body man, so hard to move. Back it comes Marks. He'll get it across the timeline. In traffic. He's going to reverse it up underneath, no good. Sterling gets it underneath. That's no good. And he's going to be... They're going to be knocked out of bounds, and they say it stays with the Tetons. So Wilson State had a couple of good looks at point-blank range where the defense caused the miss. Tetons will inbound from underneath their own basket. 20 on the shot clock. 36.8 left in the half. Inbound pass in the corner to Marks. Thought about a three. Didn't take it. Up on top to Ingrid. Over to Yambi. High screen coming from Sterling. Yambi drives in the corner. Ingrid wide open three. In and out. No good. Pulled down by Ty Buckman. And the Tetons would have loved to have that one. Now a chance for the Bucks to pull within one or tie it up here in the final 17 seconds left of the half. Buckman has had the hot hand. Creeping up on him is Yambi. Big double jump out on him. Buckman working his way around to the elbow for 2. Ty Buckman knocks down a long 2-point shot. 4 seconds left. Here comes Ingrid. 2 left. Yambi pulls the trigger and just off the mark. No good to the Tetons. We'll have a 1-point lead going into halftime here in Williston. A fantastic first half, and the Tetons still not getting their shots to drop from beyond the arc, but they hold on to a 1-point lead, 38-37, 15 minutes up on the clock. We're going to take a 6-minute timeout, run down to the scores table, and get the stat sheet. When we come back, we'll have the complete first half breakdown here from the Well in Williston. We'll be back in 6 minutes.
On Sunday, the NFL team is always playing at Buffalo Wild Wings with 63 HD TVs having the NFL package. Do not miss a minute of action. Enjoy wings, salads, sandwiches, and more as the teams take the field. Come in and fan up while enjoying the variety of beers on tap from kickoff to the final whistle. Located at 417 Rigo Drive in Williston, North Dakota, football lives here with Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beers, sports.
G&G Pharmacy, an independently owned retail pharmacy committed to providing you top-notch customer service from a firm, fast, and knowledgeable staff. Open 7 days a week. G&G Pharmacy offers the convenience of a drive-thru window and a traditional retail store. Medicine and drug toys available at the downtown service truck location. And no more wondering when your prescription's ready. Use the mobile app or receive a text message when it's ready from G&G Pharmacy. 572-RXRX. That's 572-7979.
Your education should have been putting your life on hold. Wherever you are in life, Williston State College has you covered. With their flexible and convenient associate and associate of applied science programs, you can take classes fully online to meet the needs of your lifestyle. With 13 CTE and 15 academic programs to choose from, our dedicated faculty are here to help you achieve your career goals. Visit willistonstate.edu/apply or call 774-4200 to learn more. Williston State College, where people make the difference.
American State Bank and Trust Company of Williston is proud to support various student activities. We salute the dedication of all students involved in sports and other extracurricular school activities. Your hard work and dedication shows in the gym, on the field, and in the classroom. ASB has accounts and services to fit a student's busy lifestyle, too. Check them out at asbt.com. Here to make our community better, that's American State Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
When you're looking for a new or a different home, seek the counsel of the professionals at Basin Brokers. Basin Brokers has offices in Plentywood, Montana, Watford City, and Williston. The realtors at Basin Brokers know the market and will help you find the home that fits your requirements and budget. They're happy to answer all your questions about the area. The real estate office you want to know is Basin Brokers in Watford City, Plentywood, and Williston. Find them online at basinbrokers.com.
So you need a new vehicle. You've done your homework, and a new Honda would be perfect. Reliable, fuel-efficient, stylish, perfect. But where do you go? Why not your hometown Honda dealer? Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston. We have a nice selection of affordable new Hondas, and when it comes time for service, Ryan Honda's authorized Honda Service Center will keep your Honda running its best for years. Come see us today. Your full-service hometown Honda dealership, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston, or shop RyanHonda.net.
One more choices for financial institutions, really the best, the West. Western Cooperative Credit Union is money done in Western way. WCC will provide you with good old-fashioned Western hospitality every time you walk through our door. We people like neighbors ought to treat each other, because that's just who we are, neighbors. So head west. We know you're here when you see the Bison on our side. Join the herd at Western Cooperative Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
McDonald's of Williston is proud to support all the Williston State Teton athletic teams and would like to wish them success this season. McDonald's would like to thank the community of Williston and the surrounding area for your patronage over the years. Hey, the next time you're in town, stop by McDonald's for a great meal or a quick snack. McDonald's of Williston. Breakfast, lunch, or dessert, come on into McDonald's of Williston. Proud to be a part of Teton Athletics and proud to be part of the Williston community.
Coke Zero Sugar tastes so good, people will take a taste anywhere they can. You never know when your best friend will lunge across the table and grab for it. A stranger could suddenly swing it, or your little brother might just ask for one too many sips. So no matter what you do or who you're with, while you're enjoying a Coke Zero Sugar, be ready to protect it at all times, because one sip begs the question, is this the best Coke ever? Take a taste and see.
You don't have to drive hundreds of miles to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Price, sales, tires, and Williston Auto. We're in the business of beating the deal from any dealer. Go ahead, shop around from Bismarck to Billings. Then bring us their best deal. We'll squish you like a bug and beat it like a rented mule. No animals or insects were issued while making this commercial. Price, sales, tires, and Williston Auto and WillistonAuto.com. See people pretty.
G&G Pharmacy, independently owned retail pharmacy committed to providing you top-notch customer service from a friendly, fast, and knowledgeable staff. Open 7 days a week. G&G Pharmacy offers the convenience of a drive-thru window and a traditional retail store. Medicine and drug toys available at the downtown service truck location. And no more wondering when your prescription is ready, use the mobile app or receive a text message when it's ready from G&G Pharmacy. 572-RXRX. That's 572-7979.
From their humble beginnings in 1910 through 4 generations, family-owned First International Bank and Trust has been delivering on the promise to help dreams come true, one customer at a time. Their style of banking places the focus on you first and your overall experience, keeping your best interests in mind and striving to provide smart financial solutions that improve and simplify your life, letting you get back to what matters most. First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Top basketball on 650 Keys News Radio. Looking at the stat sheet here, it's a wild one as the Tetons holding on to a 38-37 lead at the break and putting together their most complete first half of the season to date, despite not shooting very well from beyond the arc. Looking at the stats starting off with Dawson Community College, leading the way in scoring is Ty Buckman. He is 5 for 5 from the field, including going 4 for 4 from beyond the arc to lead all scorers with 14 points. 6 points from Seth Amundrud on a pair of three-pointers. 4 points coming in from Demetra Kindle. He had back-to-back buckets after a score, and then a pick of Ben Yabi, who put it back up and in. 3 points each from Jordan Jasper, Raniel Ogukwe, and then 2 points from Kerr Mahler, Sam Massaquam, and Justin Ossie, and 1 point being brought in by Alexis Nika. That point coming from the charity stripe. In the game, shooting from the floor, the Buccaneers shot 14 of 28 for 50%, 6 of 8 from beyond the arc for 75%, and 3 of 5 from the field for 65%, or for 60%. That shooting percentage should be enough to have any team have a comfortable lead, but with 13 turnovers, they are giving the ball away, and the Tetons really ramping up the defensive intensity here today, and all up and down the roster getting production on the defensive end, something that Coach Herman has been waiting for this team to really settle down into and make some big defensive moves throughout the season. Looking at the leader in rebounding for the Buccaneers, Justin Ossie has 4 rebounds, all of them coming on the offensive end. Total of 14 rebounds for the Bucks, 5 defensive, 9 offensive rebounds. They have 6 assists made on 14 baskets, 2 steals, 1 block, and 13 turnovers to go along with 9 personal fouls. Raniel Ogukwe has 3 personal fouls, and Ty Buckman has 2. With 4 other players with 1 foul apiece for Dawson. 6.5 minutes before we get underway in the second half. Taking a look at the Teton stats now, and they're led in scoring by Brady Feller. He has 12 points at the break, 9 from Rex Sterling, 5 from both Ben Yombi and Makai Marks, and 2 each from Tyson Inget, Grady Gonczarowski, and Ian Johnson, and then 1 point being added in from Tyler Best. Teton shot 14 of 32 from the field for 43%, just 3 of 15 from deep for 20%, and 7 of 10 from the stripe for 70%. Leading the way in rebounds for the Tetons is Tyler Best. He has 3, all of them on the offensive end. Tetons have 13 total rebounds, just 3 defensive rebounds, 10 offensive rebounds for the Tetons in that first half. 6 assists on 14 made buckets, 9 steals, 1 block, 6 turnovers, and 5 personal fouls for the Tetons. Only Richard Massey with more than 1 foul. He has 2 fouls for the Tetons in the game. So Massey has the only one in any kind of foul trouble for the Tetons. Looking at some of the advanced stats here with 5 minutes left to go. Points in the paint, Tetons 20 to Dawson 14. Points off of turnovers, 19 to 7. Second chance points, 9 to 6 Williston. Bench points, Dawson has the advantage, 12 to 6. There have been 2 ties, 3 lead changes. Last field goals, Tetons went the final 125 without putting a bucket in. Dawson got their last field goal with 7 seconds left to go. That was a Ty Buckman pull-up jumper from the left elbow. Largest lead of the game was Dawson. That was when they started off on a 6-0 streak, hitting back-to-back 3-pointers over the Tetons. The Tetons led by 8 with 7:34 left to go, but since then, Dawson has climbed back into this one, and they trail by only 1 point at the break. The Tetons have been, so far this year, a second-half team. With that first half they put together, we'll have to see if they have enough to hold on. They were in a dogfight against Bismarck State here a couple of days ago here at the Rowan Williston. We'll see what Coach Herman and company can put together against these Buccaneers, who are the number 2 team in the Law Deck Conference. Tetons 20 minutes away and hoping to hold on to their +1 advantage here at halftime to come away with a huge win against the Dawson Community College Buccaneers. Just over 3.5 before we get underway for half number 2. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have more Teton basketball right here on 660 Q's News Radio.
On Sunday, the NFL team is always playing at Buffalo Wild Wings with 63 HD TVs having the NFL package. You'll not miss a minute of action. Enjoy wings, salads, sandwiches, and more as the teams take the field. Come in and fan up while enjoying the variety of beers on tap from kickoff to the final whistle. Located at 417 River Drive in Williston, North Dakota, football lives here with Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
American State Bank and Trust Company of Williston is proud to support area student activities. We salute the dedication of all students involved in sports and other extracurricular school activities. Your hard work and dedication shows in the gym, on the field, and in the classroom. ASB has accounts and services to fit a student's busy lifestyle, too. Check them out at asbt.com. Here to make our community better, that's American State Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
Your education should have been putting your life on hold. Wherever you are in life, Williston State College has you covered. With their flexible and convenient associate and associate of applied science programs, you can take classes free online to meet the needs of your lifestyle. With 13 CTE and 15 academic programs to choose from, our dedicated faculty are here to help you achieve your career goals. Visit wilistonstate.edu/apply or call 701-774-4200 to learn more. Williston State College, where people make the difference.
So you need a new vehicle. You've done your homework, and a new Honda would be perfect. Reliable, fuel-efficient, stylish, perfect. But where do you go? Why not your hometown Honda dealer? Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston. We have a nice selection of affordable new Hondas, and when it comes time for service, Ryan Honda's authorized Honda Service Center will keep your Honda running its best for years. Come see us today. Your full-service hometown Honda dealership, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston, or shop RyanHonda.net.
When you're looking for a new or a different home, seek the counsel of the professionals at Basin Brokers. Basin Brokers has offices in Kennywood, Montana, Watford City, and Williston. The realtors at Basin Brokers know the market and will help you find the home that fits your requirements and budget. They're happy to answer all your questions about the area. The real estate office you want to know is Basin Brokers in Watford City, Kennywood, and Williston. Find them online at basinbrokers.com.
Cold Zero sugar tastes so good, people will take a taste anywhere they can. You never know when your best friend will lunge across the table and grab for it. A stranger could suddenly swipe it, or your little brother might just ask for one too many sips. So no matter what you do or who you're with, while you're enjoying a Coke Zero sugar, be ready to protect it at all times. Because one sip begs the question, is this the best Coke ever? Take a taste and see.
Welcome back here to basketball on 660 Keys in radio. Final 45 seconds before we get things kicked off here in half number 2. Tetons up by a single point, 38-37 over the Dawson Community College Buccaneers. We'll have to see if either team is going to make any adjustments with who they bring out onto the court first. It does not appear to be that the Tetons will be, and they'll be coming out with their original starting five here in this afternoon's game. It looks like it is going to be Marks, Best, Feller, Sterling, and Yablo. The Tetons still waiting to exit the huddle, taking every second they can to make sure that they are ready to go. It will be the Buccaneers ball here to start things off, and the Bucs are going to come out with Buckman, O'Brien, Almonwood, Ogukwe, and Ossie. Tetons officially come out. Here comes Mark, Feller, Sterling, Best, and Yambi. So Dawson getting ready to go. Tetons sink back into their half-court set. O'Brien will be getting into the ball into the backcourt to Ty Buckman, who has 14 points in the first half, including 4 3-pointers. Buckman working his way to the top, gets it over to Almonwood in the corner to Ogukwe. He drives, spin moves, cut off by Marks. 3-pointer from Almonwood in the corner, up no good. O'Brien is going to pull down the rebound and put it back up, but they're going to call a foul on Yambi. So a quick foul in the first 10 seconds of the second half on Yambi will be his first team, and they're going to call it on a catch and shoot, so that'll put O'Brien at the stripe for a pair. So O'Brien, first one on the way, is up and good. He'll have one more coming from the line here with 19:50 left to go. We're now tied at 38 apiece. Chance for a one-point lead for the Bucs. That's going to be no good. Yambi with the rebound. He pushes it back up the court. Over to Feller it goes. Back up to Yambi. to Feller. He'll drive baseline. Spin move on Buckman. Out on top to Best. Tyler Best for three off the mark, and that's going to be taken away by Feller. He's going to be absolutely racked on the arms by Allenwood. Long pass goes up to Aussie. He'll pull up from the free throw line. Off the back of the iron, no good. Tip to the hands of Sterling. Back come the Tetons as Marks will bring it up the court. Flips it back to Yampi. We're still in the first 40 minutes of quarter number one. Time this time at 38. Big screen from Sterling up on top. Yampi flips it into Marks. Now to Feller from the wing. Works it back up on top. Best coming around the corner again. Gets along to the baseline. Pull it back out. Nothing down low to Sterling. Being cut off by Aussie. Big screen. Yampi looking to drive. Euro steps through. Flips it. No good. Marks is going to get pushed from behind by Buckman. No call. Buckman comes away with it. The second effort. Tries to get it down along the baseline. Finds Aussie. Taken away by Feller. A 2-on-1 break. Brady Feller behind his back. He put it up. Reverse layup. Up and in by Brady Feller. His remarkable game continues. The Tetons are back on the high side. 40-38. Buckman to Amadou. The baseline drive underneath to Ogukwe. Drop step, put it up, and they're going to call a foul on Sterling. They'll send Ogukwe to the line for a pair as Coach Herman unhappy with that defensive effort as the Tetons still scrambling as the Buccaneers got into point-blank range. That's just the first personal on Sterling. Second team foul within the first minute and a half of the second. Ogukwe at the stripe, and he knocks down his first of two. Back to a one-point game, now 40-39. They'll have a chance to knot it up at 40 apiece. Second one on the way for Ogukwe. Perfect from the line. That trip. We're tied at 40. Feller gets the inbound pass. Bullet over to Marks. Looking down low for Sterling. Couldn't quite find him. Has to slow it down. Bounce pass up to Feller. Over to Yambi. Looking underneath. He'll be tipped out. A bounce by Aussie. So a good poke away by Justin Aussie will force the Tetons to inbound it from in front of their own bench. 19 seconds on the shot clock. 18-20 on the American State Bank scoreboard. Sterling pops out to the perimeter to get the ball over to Yambi, and they'll set up in the half court. Here comes Mark curling around. Yambi working his way. 10 seconds left. Jump pass into the corner to Best for corner three. Off the mark, no good. Marks with the rebound. Gets it up to Yambi. Curls his way through. Out to Feller for three on the line. And it's good. Brady Feller with another triple. Brings the Tetons back up by three. 43-40. Hey, Brady Feller is feeling it. Feed him early and often here throughout this second. Ogukwe over to Amadou. Feller on his hip the whole way. Cuts off Amadou. Up on top on the far wing to O'Brien. He puts it on the deck. Finds Buckman on top of the perimeter. Aussie in the paint. Working on Marks. Little running jumper. Up no good. Sterling's going to lose the ball, but Feller will come away with it. Back to Marks, and he's going to be having poked away by Aussie. Lots of contact. No call. Long pass up to Yambi. He'll slow things down across the timeline. Tetons had a mismatch underneath. They couldn't quite get Sterling as Yambi's looking to drive. He's going to have it tipped from behind by O'Brien. Here comes Oliver behind his back dribble. Gets it up to Aussie. Just about to travel from Aussie before back to Amarut. Works his way into the corner. O'Brien will get down low to Aussie, and there's going to be a foul on Sterling. Trying to tip it away from behind. Got into the body, and that'll be Richard Massey popping off the bench. He'll be coming into the game for Mackay Mark. Also, Tyson Inget checking into the game. Will be coming in for Feller. So Tetons still looking to get after it here. Up by three, 17:04 left to go. Aussie gets it in the paint, and there's going to be an and one called. If that's on Sterling, that's going to be his third, so he picks up a very quick third. Rexwell standing straight up in the air, not pushing into the body of Aussie. And Coach Herman staring daggers at the officials, just kind of throws up his hands at him. Coach Herman not saying a word as Aussie's at the line to complete a three-point play to tie it up at 43 apiece. So we're looking now to see if anyone has a cut on them. And it may be Aussie who has a cut, so he'll have to come. They'll have a stoppage for him to either a nosebleed or a cut for him to get patched up real quick. As both the Dawson training staff and the Tetons trainer now digging through some medical bags as we have a stoppage in play here. Looks like Aussie will just take a piece of cotton and shove it in his nose here so he can get back out of the court, but they'll have to make sure he has nothing on his hands or on his jersey. So stoppage there, and they say Aussie is good to go. He looks like he is all cleaned up. So with a cotton ball shoved up his nose, he'll be at the stripe to try and complete the three-point play. Aussie at the line for 1 of 1. Sterling now with 3 fouls in the game. That free throw is going to be up and good. They'll tie it at 43 apiece. Ingot has the ball back over to Yambi. Curling his way through. Look to jump. Yambi over to Ingot. Back to Yambi. He'll get it across the timeline. He's going to be hounded. Stolen away by Amadrud. And there's going to be a foul called on Yambi, who is on top of Amadrud. So that'll already be another foul on the Tetons. They're having a tough go here early. Already 5 team fouls with 16:50 left to go in the game. And the Tetons are going to call a timeout. We'll take a full one as well. We'll be back for more Teton basketball here in 1 minute.
McDonald's of Williston is proud to support all the Williston State Teton athletic teams and would like to wish them success this season. McDonald's would like to thank the community of Williston and the surrounding area for your patronage over the years. Hey, the next time you're in town, stop by McDonald's for a great meal or a quick snack. McDonald's of Williston. Breakfast, lunch, or dessert, come on into McDonald's of Williston. Proud to be a part of Teton athletics and proud to be part of the Williston community.
All your choices for financial institution, really the best, the West. Western Cooperative Credit Union is money done, Western ready. WCCU provides you with good old-fashioned Western hospitality every time you walk through our door. We people like neighbors ought to treat each other, because that's just who we are, neighbors. So head west. We know you're here. You see the bison on our side. Join the herd. And Western Cooperative Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Radio Tetons tied up with the Buccaneers, 43 apiece. It is Bucks ball after Benyami picked up the foul, 15th foul. They have one more left to give before they put the Buccaneers into the single bonus, still with over 16 minutes left to go in the half. Amadrud gets it over on the far corner to Aussie. Looking to spin on the best in the corner to Amadrud. Three-pointer up and good. Seth Amadrud knocks it down. Gives the Bucks a 3-point lead now, 46-43 over Williston State. Long pass to Yambi. He'll pump fake over to Best. Looking for Ingot. Finds back to Best. They're trying to get it to Sterling. Sterling can't find any room to move. Yambi. Pump fake on a pass up on top to Ingot. Swings it to Massey in the corner. Followed the ball. Couldn't quite get a handle on it. Yambi for 3 from the near wing. Got it to go. And Yambi ties it up at 46. So the Tetons answer back. 16:05 left to go. Back comes Buckman. Works his way across the timeline. Here comes Freedom Leon to come into the game. Buckman kicks it over to Amadrud. Gave up another good look at 3. Gets close to the paint. Little floater up and good. Seth Amadrud has scored 5 points for the Bucks. They reclaim a 2-point lead. Long pass to Ingot. Over to Best. Now to Yambi. Gets it across the timeline. Here comes a trap. Who sails a pass over the top of Richard Massey. The Tetons give it away again. And the ball back to the Bucks, trailing by 2. Sub coming in now for both teams, as Ty Buckman will check out of the game for Dawson. And coming in will be Jordan Jasper. Also, Kermar will be checking in on the next stop. The Tetons checked out of the game Sterling and brought in Leon. Jasper has it working his way, gets just inside the perimeter, cut off. Over to Lukukwe, baseline drive, jump stop underneath. O'Brien, little mid-range floater, up and no good. Best comes away with the rebound. Tetons and a chance to tie it or take the lead. Ingot slowing things down as he crosses the timeline. Underneath to Leon, he's going to cut off in the corner to Massey. Baseline floater on the way, just off the mark, no good for Massey. Tetons hustle back on defense. Aussie racing up the court, he's cut off by Yambi on top of the perimeter. Gives a big screen. Ingot goes for a gamble defense, and Amadou goes up and under and somehow gets it to drop. So Tetons trying to go for another takeaway, and they get burned for it. Find themselves down by 4, their second largest deficit of the game. Best gets it across over to Yambi. Jump pass to Tyler Best, finds Ingot. Ingot drives, gets to the elbow, back to Yambi, to Massey in the corner. Cut off by Okukwe, up on top to Ingot, they'll reset. Richard Massey now on the perimeter as it's a 1-3-1 zone. Down to Best. He gets it underneath. Swing pass to Leon in the corner for three. Freedom. Leon, no good. Best with the rebound. That's up no good. And it's going to be a foul called on the ground as Massey came down with the rebound with 14:30 left to go. Couple of subs coming in now for the Buccaneers. Out of the game is going Asian Ogukwe. In is coming Mahler and Nika. Also checking into the game is Demetra Kindle. Will be checking in for Levi O'Brien. Ingot for the Tetons checks out. Grady Gonczarowski is in. Tetons inbounding from their own baseline. Waiting for someone to come open. Long pass up on top to Massey. Waiting for someone to clear open as he pounds a rock. Now to Yambi on the far wing. High screen coming from Leon. Yambi drives into the corner. Massey. He takes off along the baseline. Back to Yambi. The tight ropes walk up on top to Best. Best takes off. Puts underneath. Puts it up high. Archer got it to go. Tyler Best. Good ball movement by the Tetons. Within 2 points, now 50-48. Ahmed Ruud up on the far wing to Jasper. High post to Nico, working on Leon. Backdoor path. Going to go up underneath, and there's going to be a foul committed on the Demetra Kindle drive. That will be against Freedom Leon, and that officially is the last foul that the Tetons have to give with 13:58 to play as Rex Sterling will check back into the game. He comes in for Tyler Best. Inbounding the ball will be Jasper. Looking to get it in. Pass up on top to Amater. Looking to drive on Yambi. Spins on the high post. Up on top to Nico, who will be fired up a long three. No good. Freedom Leon with the board. He'll push it up the court. Now over to Yambi. Will slow things down. Across the timeline with Amater right in his face. Swiping at Yambi. No call. Big screen front from Sterling. Gets it in the paint. And there's going to be a blocking foul called on Jordan Jasper, who slid in the path of Rex Sterling. Just the second team foul called on. No, this is the first team foul called. The second team foul called on the Buccaneers. They have a issue with the scoreboard. They put that as a 17th foul for the Tetons. We'll have to clear that up. Yambi coming out of the game. Coming back in is Tyson Ingot. Three-pointer from Grady Gonczarowski. Grady gets in the scoring ways, and the Tetons back up by one. Mahler gets it under on the low post. He's pushed away by Tetons in defense. Nika gets underneath, throws it up, no good. Massey with the board. He's going to scramble with Massey, and Massey will pick it up for going out of bounds. Freedom Leon grabs it. There's going to be a timeout call by the Tetons with 13:51. So Tetons used one of their 3 timeouts remaining here with 13:51 left to go. They're going to have to take a full one. We'll take a full one as well. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
From their humble beginnings in 1910 through 4 generations, family-owned First International Bank and Trust has been delivering on the promise to help dreams come true, one customer at a time. Their style of banking places the focus on you first and your overall experience, keeping your best interests in mind and striving to provide smart financial solutions that improve and simplify your life, letting you get back to what matters most. First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You don't have to drive hundreds of miles to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Price sells cars at Williston Auto. We're in the business of beating the deal from any dealer. Go ahead, shop around from Bismarck to Billings, then bring us their best deal. We'll squish it like a bug and beat it like a rented mule. No animals or insects were injured while making this commercial. Price sells cars at Williston Auto and WillistonAuto.com. See people put it in.
A 1-point Teton lead, 51-50. Tetons have the ball coming out of a timeout. The Teton lead was given back by a Grady Gonczarowski 3-pointer. And still leading the way in scoring for the Tetons is Brady Feller. He's been banged around, still on the bench. We'll see how long it takes for Feller to get back into the game. Full court press coming for the Bucks, as there's going to be now an extra stoppage on the court from the officials. Not sure why, as now they look like they're good to go, as they going to have Leon inbound the ball from in front of the Dawson bench. Leon, pump fakes over to Gonczarowski, gets it into Inget. Full court press peels off. Inget bring it up against Kindle. Drives across the timeline. He'll get it over. Bounce pass up on top to Sterling. And Sterling will be fouled by Amador, who's going for a big steal and to take it the other way. So that'll be another foul called. Third team foul now on the Bucks. 16 fouls on the Tetons, 3 on the Buccaneers. Second team foul, or second personal on Amador. Sterling gets the inbound pass over to Massey in the corner to Leon. Leon looking down low, nothing available. He'll put it on the deck, up on top to Massey. Skip pass over to Inget. Inget, bounce pass underneath. What a dime from Inget. Sterling puts it up and in. Tyson Inget with a beautiful pass. Bounce it underneath, right into the bread basket of Rex Sterling to put it up and in for 2. Tetons back up by 3. Kendall gets it over to Amador on top of the perimeter. Working his way, still holding. Nico calling for on the high post. Nothing there. Over to Kendall. Kendall looks to take on Inget. Out over to Jasper. Long baseline shot by Mahler. Knocks it down. 17-footer up and in. Back to a 1-point game. Gonczarowski gets the ball. Moving his way through traffic. He'll drive it into the corner. Flips it up to Leon. Leon over to Massey. Massey pulls up. Gonczarowski holds on to it. Leon back to Inget. Inget drives back to Massey on the far wing. Up on top to Leon. They'll get into the paint. Up and under. Freedom. Leon with 2 more for the Tetons. So the Tetons getting going here again offensively. Back up the court comes Kendall. Picking up on Nico's screen. Into the corner. It'll go to Mahler. Cut off on the drive. And there's going to be out of bounds. Mahler steps on the baseline. It'll get it back to Williston State. Here comes a trio of Tetons. Back in the game is Feller, Best, and Marks. Out of the game is going Massey, Gonczarowski, and Leon. So Tetons looking to get after it here is also Amador checks out for Dawson, and Buckman comes back in. Inget has the ball, being guarded by Kendall. Over to Feller. Feller across the timeline. Jasper up tight on him. Brady Feller works it around the perimeter. Now to Best. Best hands it off to Marks. Reverse it to Inget. A little bit of congestion along the perimeter. In the corner goes to Best. Couldn't handle the Inget pass. He has to put it on the deck. Out to Marks. Marks is going to cross over. He'll get through traffic. Put it up and in. 2 more for Mackay Marks. And the Tetons have extended the lead out to 5 points. Here comes Jasper through traffic, and they're going to call it and 1. That may be number 4 on Rex Sterling. And it will be number 4 on Sterling as Jasper gets all the way through. Competent Teton defense napping in transition. Number 7 on Rex Sterling as Freedom Leon was getting a drink of water. Has to race back to the scores table and come into the game. Now with Sterling coming out, a little bit of gamesmanship as the Bucks bring Aussie back in for Mahler. At the line, Jasper for 1 to make it a 2-point game. On the way, up and good. Jasper completes the 3-point play. Now 57-55. Inget, bounce pass over to Feller. Buckman working on him. Long pass up to Leon. Looks to drive his way along the sideline. Best saves himself from going out of bounds. Inget's going to drive, and he'll be fouled on the way up. Tyson Inget, all 5'9" of them, ran into Justin Aussie, who has a foot height and about 80 pounds reach, hit the ground like he got shot, and that's going to be a foul called on Ty Buckman, his 3rd, team 4th, as they wait to mop up some precipitation on the floor. It'll be an inbound play coming for Williston State. Tetons still hold on to a 2-point lead, 57-55. Inget set to trigger from his own baseline. Along the blocks go the Tetons. Bounce pass into the corner for Feller. Catch and shoot over Aussie. Up and over everything. No good. Pulled down by Kendall. He's off to the races. He's going to get through. He's stripped by Inget. And it'll be on the boundary line. Tyler Best couldn't save him going out of bounds. But what a defensive recovery by Tyson Inget. Avoiding a layup or an and 1. And it'll be an inbound play coming for the Bucks. Up on top, they get it to Kendall. Out to Aussie. Nika now on top of the perimeter. Buckman with the baseline drive. He skies up and over off the backboard. It goes over the top of Freedom Leon for two more. And we're tied back up, this time at 57. Feller being hounded by Buckman. Behind his back, he's going to lose the ball underneath. It's going to go, and now here comes a missed dunk underneath, but they're going to go a bailout foul on Freedom Leon. And that one will be two shots coming and a chance to take a 2-point lead for the Buccaneers here with 10:37 left to go. Ben Yambi set to check into the game, most likely coming in for Feller, as at the stripe is Jordan Jasper. Coach Herman still asking for some clarification on some calls from the officials, and he just kind of shakes his head and says, yeah, okay, whatever, as Yambi will come back into the game for Feller. So Feller takes a seat on the bench as Jasper knocks down his first of two. Second one on the way will rattle out no good. Best comes down with the board. 1-point lead for the Buccaneers. Yambi working it up the court. A little bit of a hesitation dribble, making sure he keeps away from all traffic. Over to Best. Best going to drive on Nika. Jump stop, fade away off the backboard, up and into more for Tyler Best. Tetons up by a point, 59-58. Over going to go to Jasper. High post to Nika, and there's going to be a foul underneath called on Freedom Leon. So that will be a 1-and-1 coming as Leon picks up the foul. Leon picks up the foul, sending Justin Aussie back to the stripe. That'll be number 4 on Leon as Cameron Dawson is off the bench. He'll see his first entrance into the game. So Dawson will check in for Leon. So Dow still with 5 fouls left to burn, and O'Brien will check in for the Buccaneers, as O'Brien will be coming in for Nika. So now 4 guards on the court for both squad. Here with 10:13 left to go. Aussie's first one up and no good. Douse with the board, gets it off to Inget. Teton still holding on to a 1-point lead. Inget gets it off to Yambi, working his way across the timeline. Calling for a clear out. In the court to Marks, looking down low for Douse, nothing doing. Marks pulls it back up, now finds Douse on the baseline, and there's going to be a foul called on Aussie. That'll be a 15th foul on the Buccaneers. Tetons will send the Bucks for a double bonus the rest of the way. 9:57 left to go. Aussie just picking up his second foul. Marks set to trigger, calling for action. Someone coming to get the ball, gets it into Yambi on the near wing. He'll pull it back out around the top of the perimeter. Waiting for something to develop offensively, pushing down on Jasper. In the court for Inget. Inget takes off, gets the elbow up on top to Mark. Straight away, three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Pulled down by Kimball. And Best is going to be pushed down to the ground by a defender up on top to O'Brien. Buckman gave up an open three. He's going to drive. Force one up, no good. Pulled down by Downs. He'll get it off to Yambi. Yambi looking, nothing happening down court, so he'll slow it down. Under 9.5 minutes left to go in the game. Tetons trying to build back a lead. They've led by as many as 8. Yambi gets through, splits a couple of defenders, throws it away into the hands of Jasper. Back come the Bucks. Gets it down to the corner. Buckman in motion. 3 off the mark. No good. Aussie's going to tip it, but into the hands of Yambi. He'll slow things down. Gets it to Inget, who will walk it up the court. Closing in on 9 minutes. Tyson Inget crosses over on Buckman. Takes a ball, puts it up, and nothing goes down there, so Inget will go to the stripe. That'll be the 16th foul, so the last one that the Bucks had to give. So now both teams will be shooting the rest of the way as Inget took advantage, and that was Buckman's 4th personal foul. So Buckman will be coming out of the game here, and Almonroe will be checking back in after the first free throw from Tyson Inget. Inget at the stripe for a pair. First one on the way is going to be soft off the front of the iron, no good. Out of the game will be going Buckman. Back in Seth Almonroe, who's had a good game as well for Dawson. Inget with a chance to extend it to a bucket lead for the Tetons, currently sitting at 1 point. Next one on the way, that's up no good, so Inget goes 0 for 2 from the stripe. Long pass out to Jasper. Inget in recovery. Jasper gets down underneath against Douse to Aussie. Aussie's going to be blocked, but he gets the effort to put it back in on the tip over top of Marks. Sterling set to check back into the game here now, under 9 minutes left. Best picks it up. Both Sterling and Massey set to come in on the next stop. Massey's going to have his jersey being tugged by O'Brien and then called up on top to Best. Best waiting for a Douse screen. He's going to be trapped, be pushed. Over to Douse it goes. He's going to force it over to the corner to Marks. Marks catch and shoot from the far wing. No good. Tipped out of, no, saved from going out of bounds by Kindle. And it goes back to the Bucks. Tetons scrambling to get back in. Over's going to go, and there's going to be a foul called on Mackay Mark. No, they're going to call it out of bounds. They're going to call a good block on Marks. And Coach Joe Peterson cannot believe that wasn't a foul. That one, Tetons got away with one out of the game, is coming Doused, Marks, and Best. Back in is Massey, Johnson, as well as Sterling. Aussie gets underneath on Sterling, puts it up, forces a miss, no good. Good defense by Sterling. Back up the court come the Tetons, trailing by a point, 60-59. Yambi has it, high screen, pick and roll. It's going to be tipped away by Jasper. Tetons give it away again. They cannot secure the ball here in the second half. Jasper behind his back. He's going to go underneath to Aussie, who puts it back up and in for two more. Now a 3-point lead for the Buccaneers. Johnson gets the ball back to Yambi. They'll slow things down. Now work up on Amadou. Gets a seam into the corner to Massey. Up on the top of Timber to Johnson. They move to the far wing. Pull it back out. Sterling calling for the ball. Nothing happened. Aussie right on his back. Massey with the drive. Flips it up. Sterling with the rebound. He's going to go up. Put it no good. Massey with the putback up and in for Richard Massey. And I do believe they're going to call we're going to call a foul on that as well. That foul is going to go on O'Brien. So Tetons now within 62-61. Richard Massey at the stripe with a chance to tie it up with 7:23 left to go. So Tetons getting down to the nitty-gritty. That was a 7-seam foul on the Buccaneers. Tetons with 9 still. Massey with 1, and they're going to call a lane violation on Sterling, but it was Aussie who stepped into the lane first. And they're going to say Sterling baited Aussie into the lane with a little move. So that wipes away the free throw. I have never seen that called before. I don't know if Coach Herman or anyone in this building has. But now it's Bucks ball with 7.25 left to go. Here comes a drive down and underneath. They're going to get it. Kindle's going to be fouled. That one should go on Massey, but it'll send Kindle to the line for a pair. So Coach Herman's still unhappy that he got called to get back into his coach's box, as that'll put Demetric Kindle at the stripe. 7:10 left to go in the game. That foul is Massey's third. So Kindle at the stripe for a couple of shots, trying to push the lead back out to 3 points. Ogukwe set to come back in. The first one is up and in. Ogukwe will be coming in for O'Brien. So now the two tall starters in there for the Bucks. As now they bring out Aussie. They leave O'Brien in, so a little confusion for the Buccaneers. As Kindle, with another free throw, looks to make it a 3-point lead if he can knock it down. Kindle from the line, his second up and good, makes it now 64-61. Johnson inbounds it to Yambi, throws it over to Inget, gets it back to Yambi, long pass up to Massey, and he's going to be fouled by, he's going to call it out of bounds, so Kukwe ran into Richard Massey, but they just call it out of bounds. So now 3 seconds the Tetons have to get the ball in. Long pass over to Yambi. Flips it up to Inget. Inget's going to put it on the deck. Up on top to Yambi. He'll slow things down. Pull it out in the half-court set. Under 7 minutes left to go. Tetons trail by 3. Hands it out to Johnson. Back to Yambi. Sterling calling for it underneath. Good defense by Ogukwe. Big screen into corner to Inget. Inget on the drive. Flips it underneath to Sterling. Out of bounds of Ogukwe. And the Tetons retain possession, but with just 2 seconds on the shot clock. They'll have to get a catch and shoot or a tip in from underneath. And there'll be a timeout coming from Williston State here with 6:41 left to go. Coach Herman. And there's confusion now on the officials who, I don't know if they know whether to wind their watch or what to do because they're having one heck of a time here. As there is a sub now. Mahler coming into the game. Going out is O'Brien. Yabi set to trigger. Massey, catch and shoot, fadeaway baseline, jumper, got it to go. Richard Massey, what a big-time shot. Tetons within one. Jasper back up the court, 6.5 left to go. Big screen from Okukwe. Jasper drives, spins, and there's going to be a foul called on Ian Johnson on the baseline. 2 free throws coming. So Johnson picks up the foul, his first, 10th team. So now the rest of the way. The Buccaneers will be shooting in the double bonus. Tetons just in the single bonus. Jasper, who's been an exceptional free throw shooter here in this game, back to the stripe for a pair. First one on the way, up and good. Sends it back out to 2 points. Chance to make it 3 Tetons. Regardless, will still be within one possession. Next one from the stripe. On the way, that is in and out, no good. Pulled down by Massey. He's going to get around Mahler, work his way through traffic, passes it back to Yabi, up to Inget. Tetons will slow things down within 2 points. Inget gets it off to Johnson, up on top to Massey. Little shimmy. He's going to drive, floats it up, no good. Gets his own rebound, put back up and in. Second big bucket by Massey in as many possessions. Tie ball game at 65 apiece. Closing in on 6 minutes left. Allenwood has it, working his way around. He'll follow it, pass it off to Kimball. Underneath, Okukwe, up and in. Nothing Sterling can do about that as Okukwe gives the 2-point lead back to the Bucks. Massey driving behind. He's going to have his pocket picked. And there's Jasper who throws it down for 2 points. And now all of a sudden it's a 4-point lead. Pass out to Yabi, working his way through. Defense is really ramped up for the Bucks. Massey gets it. Long pass up to Johnson. Johnson goes underneath. Flip shot up and in for Ian Johnson. Teardrop over Renero Gukwe for 2. Tetons back within 2. Here comes a drive underneath. Here comes Mahler, no good. Rebound tipped off to Johnson. Tetons with a long outlet pass. Inget telegraphed it. It's going to be intercepted by Kindle. Back come the Bucks. Chance to extend on their 2-point lead once again. Kindle gets into the body of Sterling, and that one's going to be up and in for Kindle. Lead is back to 4. Inbound pass goes to Yabi. Yabi slowing things up. He marches up the court, gets by a couple of defenders. Long pass over to Massey on the baseline. He was no good. Offensive putback by Yabi is up and in for 2. By Sterling is up and in for 2. Tetons back within a bucket, 71-69. 4:42 left to go. Tyler pass, waiting to check in. Kindle on the drive. Bounce pass to Okukwe. Throws it up, no good. It's going to be saved by Okukwe. Hook shot is going to be up and in. So Okukwe got it up, and the Bucks were very careful that Mahler didn't touch the cylinder as the ball was in. He was very close. 73-69. Johnson on the perimeter. Thought about a shot over to Yabi. Yabi driving. Little pull-up, 7-footer up and in from Ben Yabi. Tetons answer once again. Now they need a couple of stops. 4:07 left to go and counting. Bucks looking for something good. They have 3 subs coming in. Buckman, O'Brien, and Ossie to come in on the next stop. Tetons bringing in Best. Allenwood has it. High screen from Okukwe. Pick and roll, nothing there. Allenwood going to get on, flip it, lose it on the way up. Gets it to Mahler. Little foot shot up and in. Mahler with 2 points. Back and forth we go. Every time the Bucks get a bucket, the Tetons answer and vice versa. Yabi across the timeline, closing in on 3.5. Coach Herman willing his team to get another bucket and then get a couple stops. A 4th. Buccaneers set to check into the game at the next stop. Johnson has it up on top. High post over to Sterling. Sterling looking to drive on Buckman. He's going to get it. Reverse layup up and no good. He'll get the own rebound up, no good. He's going to be stripped underneath. He'll muscle his ball away, and there's going to be a jump ball called. Unbelievable call as there was 2 black shirts all over Rex Sterling, but the ball will stay with Williston State, and that does allow the substitutions to take hold. Tyler Best coming in for Ian Johnson, who's played some good spell minutes. The only Buccaneer who stays on the court is Jordan Jasper, who's played great the last few themselves. Ossie, Mika, Buckman, as well as O'Brien, and this is the remaining player to come in. Buckman, Jasper, O'Brien, Nika, and Aussie in on the court. A 4-point lead for the Buccaneers with 3:13 left to go. Tetons have 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Yambi calling for help. Long pass up on top to Inget. Has it tipped away from Jasper, and Jasper is going to take it, and he'll throw it down again for another flush. That extends the lead out to 6 points. Long pass to Inget. It's going to be safe from going out of bounds. Buckman intercepts it, puts it back up and in, and the Tetons are falling apart before our eyes, up to an 8-point lead, now 79-71. Yambi, bounce pass over to Inget, over to Massey. Tetons need some buckets in a hurry and some stops. Yambi on the drive against Buckman. Little running floater up, no good. Sterling tips it up a couple times, down low against Nika, and they're going to call a travel on Rex Sterling underneath. Coach Herman pleading his case for any guys who are taking big shots to get a foul. Out of the game is coming Jasper for the Buccaneers. Back in is Amador with 2:40 left to go. Tetons falling down by 8. Inbound play goes to Buckman. He'll push it up the court. Inget in tow across the timeline. High screen coming from Aussie. Inget fights over the top of it. We're going to get it into Amador in the corner. Amador driving in the corner for Buckman. Up to Nika. Swings it back to O'Brien. He takes off on the drive. Cut off. Amador for a 3 from the wing. Got it to go. Seth Amador, and that may be a backbreaker here for the Tetons. Bass gets it into Inget. Tetons need some triples now. 2 minutes left to go. Yambi working his way around. Had a man open on the far wing. Couldn't take it. Bass gets to the free throw line. Up to Massey. Need this one from Massey. No good. Long rebound goes back out to the Bucks. Under 2 minutes left to go. Allenwood working his way back. Massey has it on the wing. He's going to take off. Look to get stopped down by Sterling. And there's going to be a jump ball called. Again, a questionable jump call by this officiating crew, as neither player had complete control of it, let alone simultaneously. 1:46 left to go. Buccaneers take back over. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Buckman calling for action. Side screen goes, and Amador in the paint. Floater up, no good. Sterling with the rebound. He'll swing it out. Massey picks it up. He'll push it up the court himself. Looking to drive, cut off by Amador. Pull it back out, just about lost a handle up on top to Yambi. Tetons need a couple of quick scores. Yambi over to Massey. Drives baseline, and there's going to be a offensive foul called on Richard Massey. Will be a turnover on the Tetons. That's the 4th on Massey. 1:28 left to go. So not only the foul, but the turnover to give it back to Dawson. As coming out of the game will be Buckman. Jasper going in. There's going to be a timeout called on the court by Williston State. It's a 4-1. We'll take a 4-1 as well. Back in 60 seconds.
On Sunday, the NFL team is always playing at Buffalo Wild Wings with 63 HD TVs having the NFL package. Do not miss a minute of action. Enjoy wings, salads, sandwiches, and more as the teams take the field. Come in and fan up while enjoying the variety of beers on tap from kickoff to the final whistle. Located at 417 Rigo Drive in Williston, North Dakota, football lives here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
G&G Pharmacy, an independently owned retail pharmacy committed to providing you top-notch customer service from their friendly, fast, and knowledgeable staff. Open 7 days a week. G&G Pharmacy offers the convenience of a drive-thru window and a traditional retail store. Medicine and drug choice available at the downtown service truck location. And no more wondering when your prescription is ready. Use the mobile app or receive a text message when it's ready from G&G Pharmacy. 572-RXRX. That's 572-7979.
Basketball, 1:28 left to go. Dawson has the ball up by 11, 71-28. It has been a 6-point run out by Dawson, and they're going to call Tyler Best on the foul, and Coach Herman is beside himself trying to get the attention of the official, but they're not even looking at Coach Herman right now. That'll send Jordan Jasper to the stripe. Best picks up his second, and a chance for the Buccaneers to add to their 11-point lead here. 1:25 left to go. Renil Ogukwe set to come into the game after the first free throw. So on the way, that one will be off the mark and no good. So Ogukwe will come in for Nikwa. Nika back on the bench. Ogukwe in. At the stripe is Jasper for his second of two. That one is up and in. Makes it a 12-point game. Inbound play coming for the Tetons. Best racing it down the court. He'll get to the perimeter. Cut off. Long pass over to Inget. Long three-pointer from Inget. In it goes. Tyson Inget with a triple. 1:16 left to go in a 9-point game. Tetons trying to sink down defensively. They get it to Ogukwe. Pass over to Almondwood. He races up the court. They're going to trap him. Forced to get it off. Now to Buckman. Buckman's going to be fouled by Inget. Inget was right in front of the official, grabbing onto Buckman, and about 3 more seconds was cut off the clock. Coach Herman and Coach Peterson for Dawson both absolutely fed up with these officiating crew here today that need to change their sheets as the first free throw by Ty Buckman is up and in. So he'll have one more to extend the lead out to 11 if he can make it, and he does. Back out to an 11-point game. Yambi working the perimeter, gets it off to Best. Back to Yambi, a minute left to go. Tetons need some magic. Long pass up to Tyler Best. He's going to drive, get underneath on Ogukwe, puts it up, no good. Tipped out by Aussie, and that'll about do it as Yambi will reach in and foul Aussie. And Yassi goes through and goes for a dunk about 5 seconds after the foul was committed. So Justin Aussie will go to the stripe for a pair of free throws. 48 seconds left to go. First one on the way. Will be short off the front of the rim, no good. Lead stays at 11 for the Buccaneers. Chance to make it 12. Still, either way, it would be a 4-possession game for the Tetons with 48 seconds left. Next one on, in and out, no good. Yami picks it up. He'll race down the court, looking for a quick heave and a 3. Yami picks up a Sterling screen. Kick pass over to Best. Best catch and shoot from range. Off the mark, no good. Pulled down by Buckman. He's going to race through. Bounce pass over to Almondwood, who moves the ball out of bounds with 32 seconds left to go. So Tetons looking to put up a last-second heave, see if they can get a quick three-pointer and some quick turnovers. Inget racing up the court, under 30 seconds left to go, picks up a Sterling screen, bounce pass over to Sterling, gets it up, and that'll be 2 shots coming for Rex Sterling. Amarud makes the foul. The Tetons with just 23 seconds left to go, still looking to continue. Not mathematically impossible for the Tetons to make magic happen, but highly unlikely here at this juncture. So Inget wiping up some of the perspiration on the floor after Sterling hit the deck. 23 seconds left to go, 23.8. At the stripe for the first of 2 is Rex Sterling. On the way, and that one is going to be up and no good. And as Sterling went to make the shot, someone dropped a large metal object that rang throughout the well. Coming out of the game for the Buccaneers is going to be Renil Ogukwe. Back in is Alexis Nika. Also O'Brien checking back into the game. He got to the scores table just a second late. At the line for his second of 2 is Sterling. That one is up and in. Now it'll be O'Brien coming in. He'll come in for Aussie. So all ball handlers out on the court, as well as Nika in there for the Bucks. A 10-point game, 23 seconds left to go. Still a 4-possession contest. They get it into Buckman, over to Jasper. He's going to push it, and it's going to be stolen away by Inget. Gets it up on top to Yambi. Yambi with all alone lays it up and in for 2. So 2 more for Ben Yambi will make it an 8-possession game. Inget calls for the foul, slides about 11 feet down the court after he hits the deck, and that will send to the line. We'll see which one. It looks like it'll be Jasper back in the line for the Buccaneers. And now it is all but mathematic for the Tetons. Looks like the Buccaneers are going to take the win here up by 8. Chance to push it back out to 12. On the way, first one is missed by Jasper. He'll have one more coming. 13 seconds left to go in a 3-possession game. Jasper at the line for his second of two. That one up and good. Makes it a 9-point game. Best gets it into Yambi. Yambi races it up the court past Jasper. 10 seconds left to go. He'll cross over. Pump fake over to Sterling. Sterling fires from range. Darts it through Rex Sterling, and the Tetons are going to take a timeout with 4 seconds left. That's their final full timeout. We'll take a forward as well. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Your education should have been putting your life on hold. Wherever you are in life, Williston State College has you covered. With their flexible and convenient associate and associate of applied science programs, you can take classes fully online to meet the needs of your lifestyle. With 13 CTE and 15 academic programs to choose from, our dedicated faculty are here to help you achieve your career goals. Visit willistonstate.edu/apply or call 701-774-4200 to learn more. Williston State College, where people make the difference.
American State Bank and Trust Company in Williston is proud to support area student activities. We salute the dedication of all students involved in sports and other extracurricular school activities. Your hard work and dedication shows in the gym, on the field, and in the classroom. ASB has accounts and services to fit a student's busy lifestyle, too. Check them out at asbt.com. Here to make our community better, that's American State Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
Back here for Teton basketball on 660 Keys News Radio. 4.2 seconds left to go. Tetons trail by 6, and Dawson is inbounding the ball. So basically, unless the Tetons get a catch and shoot or a 1 second and one, it's all she wrote. O'Brien looking to inbound the ball, waiting for someone to come open. Finally gets it to Amadou. Out it goes to Jasper, and he'll dribble it out. The final couple seconds left to go, and it is Dawson comes away with the win here in Williston against the Tetons. Though significantly closer than last time. The last time these two teams met, it was a 25-point win for Dawson. This time, it was just a 6-point win, although it doesn't feel any better on the short end of the stick for Williston State. So Tetons drop a tough one here at home, 86-80. We're going to step aside for a quick 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the post-game show right here on 660 Keys News Radio.
When you're looking for a new or a different home, seek the counsel of the professionals at Basin Brokers. Basin Brokers has offices in Plentywood, Montana, Watford City, and Williston. The realtors at Basin Brokers know the market and will help you find the home that fits your requirements and budget. They're happy to answer all your questions about the area. The real estate office you want to know is Basin Brokers in Watford City, Plentywood, and Williston. Find them online at basinbrokers.com.
So you need a new vehicle. You've done your homework, and a new Honda would be perfect. Reliable, fuel-efficient, stylish, perfect. But where do you go? Why not your hometown Honda dealer? Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston. We have a nice selection of affordable new Hondas, and when it comes time for service, Ryan Honda's authorized Honda Service Center will keep your Honda running its best for years. Come see us today. Your full-service hometown Honda dealership, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston, or shop RyanHonda.net.
One of your choices for a financial institution, really the best, is the West. Western Cooperative Credit Union is money done the Western way. WCCU provides you with good old-fashioned Western hospitality every time you walk through our door. We people like neighbors ought to treat each other, because that's just who we are, neighbors. So head west. We know you're here when you see the bison on our side. Join the herd at Western Cooperative Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
McDonald's of Williston is proud to support all the Williston State Teton athletic teams and would like to wish them success this season. McDonald's would like to thank the community of Williston and the surrounding area for your patronage over the years. Hey, the next time you're in town, stop by McDonald's for a great meal or a quick snack. McDonald's of Williston. Breakfast, lunch, or dessert, come on into McDonald's of Williston. Proud to be a part of Teton Athletics and proud to be part of the Williston community.
Mike, we're back here for Teton basketball on 660 Keys News Radio. We are post-game of the Tetons' 86-80 loss to Dawson Community College and the Buccaneers. Time now to take a look at the post-game stats. It is the First International Bank and Trust post-game show right here on 660 Keys News Radio. Starting off with the scoring for Dawson. They were led in scoring by Ty Buckman. He had 18 points in the game, and he went including 4 3-pointers that all came in the first half. 16 points by Seth Almenwood, 14 by Jordan Jasper, 9 each from Romeo Ogukwe and Justin Ossie, 8 points from Demetric Kindle, 6 points from Kerr Mahler, 2 points coming in from Sam Massaquoi, and 1 apiece by Levi O'Brien, as well as Alexis Nika. Shooting in the game for the Bucks, they were 30 of 58 for 51%, 8 of 13 from downtown for 61%, and 16 of 26 from the free throw line for 61%. Leading the way in rebounding for the Buccaneers, it is Ossie. He had 7 in the game, 2 defensive, 5 offensive, 26 rebounds overall, 14 offensive, 12 defensive rebounds, 11 assists on 30 made baskets, 7 steals, 1 block, 15 turnovers, and 16 total personal fouls. For the Tetons, there was 2 players tied with 19 points apiece. Brady Feller and Rex Sterling each had 19 points in the game for Williston State. Looking at the other scores for the Tetons, a couple of players, both Feller and Sterling, had great games on the offensive end. They both had 17 points in the game. 12 points coming in from Ben Yambi. Got the start here today in for the injured Will Olsen. Makai Marks with 7, 5 from Grady Gonczarowski and Tyson Inget, as well as Tyler Best. 6 from Richard Massey, 4 from Ian Johnson, and 2 points coming in from Freedom Leon for Williston State. Tetons in the game shot 36 of 67 for 47%. Just 8 of 28 from downtown and 8 of 14 from the free throw line. Looking at rebounding for the Tetons, Rex Sterling had 9 in the game, 3 offensive, 6 defensive rebounds, overall 35 for the Tetons, 16 defensive, 19 offensive rebounds for 35 total. They were plus 9 in the rebounding column, 11 assists on their 32 made buckets, 11 steals, 2 blocks, 15 turnovers. 9 of those came in the second half. And the Tetons drop this one here at home. They're still looking for their second conference win of the year. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout. When we come back, we'll name the Wilson Auto Player of the Game.
You don't have to drive hundreds of miles to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Price, Sills, Cars, and Williston Auto. We're in the business of beating the deal from any dealer. Go ahead, shop around. From Bismarck to Billings will bring us their best deal. We'll squish it like a bug and beat it like a rented mule. No animals or insects were injured while making this commercial. Price, Sills, Cars, at Williston Auto and WillistonAuto.com. See dealer friendly.
Men's game, and that's going to go to Brady Feller. Stepped up big time, scoring 17 points for the Tetons, and he was a big reason that the Tetons were in striking distance until the final couple minutes of the game. So congratulations to Brady for his first Player of the Game award for this season. That's going to be it for this edition of Teton Basketball right here on 660 Keys News Radio. We'll be back in action on Thursday on the road in Miles City against the Pioneers for a couple of games. I'd like to thank Emma back at the station for keeping us on the air and sounding good, as well as all of you for tuning into this and every edition of Teton Athletics right here on 660 Keys News Radio. Until next time, sports fans, I'm Mike Reuter.
Thank you for joining us for Williston.